Okay, back at another run, and like I promised in yesterday's episode of Kirby Air Raiders, this time we're gonna win. We're gonna beat Spelunkus right now, and I don't know if the chest is worth it, but we're stuck. So if I bomb right, that won't get me out, will it? So I have to use either 2 bombs or a rope. We already got ourselves in a sticky situation. That's great. We did get some extra ropes, so maybe it's a sign we should just like rope out of here. I don't know. That's why you gotta look before you leap, I guess. Okay. Haha. Silly. So it's also not worth going in there. That might be worth the rope. Could I get that crate? That might be worth the rope. Let's use the rope to get in there. Okay. Yeah, I'll take this. Actually, I don't think we even need the rope to get out. I think we just need pure freaking skill right here. Crap. Okay. There we go. See, easy. We can't go. What is this? This is like almost up. We're getting on episode 20 at this point. We can't keep failing this bad. We need to reach the final area at least. That's what we need to do. Okay. So I've been seeing that Fate Grand Order, the hit mobile game Fate Grand Order, is apparently on its final chapter now, which that's exciting, isn't it? I mean, maybe if you actually care about Fate Grand Order, it is, but I do. So it's actually kind of wild to think about how there are games that have just been like actually going on for a decade now. Like Fate Grand Order is celebrated its 10th year anniversary, and I think Grand Blue Fantasy did as well. It's kind of lucky we didn't aggro that shopkeeper. Yeah, Fate celebrating its 10th anniversary. Grand Blue Fantasy, I believe, is, and I think Grand Blue Fantasy's main story is also ending as well. So it's like not only have we these games that have been going on for like a literal decade, but ouch. But now their stories are like ending, which is crazy. It's like imagine an ongoing story for over 10 years. I mean, I guess that's not too crazy to imagine such a thing. But it kind of is if you really think about it. It's like there are only, I think, a few stories out there really that have done that. Like, obviously, the go-to would be, like, One Piece. Technically, I guess you would consider, like, Pokemon. That had, like, Ash's story going on for several decades. But, I mean, that was more, like, multiple different, like, kind of big stories, I guess. It was I don't know that there was really a particular united kind of story, if that makes sense. Either way, it's cool stuff. It's crazy to think about, really. And then you have like other games, like I mean Fortnite. That's 12 bombs. That's really good. Fortnite is a game that's been going on, like actively been serviced for almost a decade, like close to a decade, not quite, but shit. But like I mean, what, it came out in like 2017. So that is a very long lifespan for like any game, really. It's really crazy to think about these kinds of things. Like, I've dedicated a huge amount of my life. Oh, Fire Emblem Heroes as well. That's another one that's, like, getting close to a decade. It's, I think it's also, I think it was 2017, yeah. Interesting, whatever just happened there. But yeah, all these games, very, very old at this point, really. Been actively going on. Did I kill the firefly with that? Fuck. Dude, that's bad. We made a lot of mistakes on that level. Oh, and that Dragon Ball mobile game. I don't play it, but Dokkan Battle, that also has been going on for like 10 years now. It's really insane to me to think about how these things have lived for such long lives. Because I feel like a lot of gacha games, especially, they don't really last that long. Right? And so, like, to have these big hitters that have been going on for so long, it's really rather insane. And it makes you think, like, what's going to happen in the future? I bet I could have sacrificed that scorpion. I didn't expect it to explode when it died. Yeah, it's like these games have been going on for so long, and like, eventually they're gonna have to end, right? I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say, honestly. Like something like Dragon Ball, I guess. That game, I don't know that it has much story to it, really. I haven't played it, but I think it's mostly just like for the gameplay. But that's like something like Fate Grand Order is like very heavily story oriented. And so now that it is after 10 years wrapping up its like big main story. What was it gonna do? I think that's kind of the question on everyone's mind in that player base is like, what is going to happen next? Because surely it's like you'd think like, okay, well maybe it'll end. You know, it's this is like its main story is over, and so it's gonna end. Well, I believe they've already said that they have stuff planned for the 11th anniversary, so I don't think it's gonna end. But then people have also been like, oh well, what if they end it on the 11th anniversary, huh? Well, it's also interesting to think about because these games, I think, anyway, I don't know the statistics on like others like Grand Blue or Dokkan Battle, but surely they're still making a lot of money. I know Fate Grand Order is making like billions still, as far as I'm aware. Like literal billions of dollars for these companies from these games, and it's like, are you like really gonna like end those billion-dollar games? So, you know, are you shitting me? Oh. Crime in LA. Because I kind of don't think they can. I kind of don't think these games can, even if the stories like wrap up and end, you know, like perfectly or whatever. You know, you're gonna have to find a way to continue it, because I genuinely don't think like at that point artistic integrity kind of doesn't matter to the companies, because it's like, you know, I don't give a shit if, you know, you are done writing this game. It's still making us billions. You are going to continue writing for it or whatever. Does that affect him? No, that makes sense. So I really don't think that they like literally can end. I don't think you would really be allowed to be like, yep, story's wrapped up, story's done, let's end it. I think that people I think that people would be pretty upset. Investors, shareholders, whatever, people who work on the game would probably be pretty upset. And of course, obviously, players are going to be upset no matter what. But yeah, it's an interesting conundrum to think about. Like, imagine like the fallout whenever, if ever, like Fortnite ends. And obviously, Fortnite's different because there's not really much of an artistic integrity that goes into that one. I don't think, at least in terms of like a narrative. Like I don't think that's something that's really going to go through like seasonal rot, if that makes sense, because it's just mostly like, I guess there's a story. I guess people do kind of care about it. But it's mostly just a battle royale, and it's a fun game. So yeah, I think that's kind of all you realistically need from that. But it'll end eventually. Like, surely it has to. But I don't know. Maybe not necessarily. It's hard to say, I guess. But eventually, Fortnite's probably gonna, I don't know, maybe run into some kind of trouble. Maybe it'll stop being profitable. I don't know. But it'll end, and I just imagine, like, the absolute, I don't know, like, the absolute insanity that's going to ensue, because you just ended an absolutely massively successful game that people are still, like, a ton of people are still going to be playing that one for, you know, years. Even if it does get, like, stale and they start running out of money or something, there's still going to be a lot of players. Shit, that was dumb. I'm going to go back for the Matic. But just imagine, because, like, I mean, I've spent a lot of money on Fortnite and Grand Order. And there are people who have spent way, way, way more than me. There are people that spend, like, thousands upon thousands on these games. So I can't even begin to imagine, like, the craziness of just the prospect of EOSing something like this, something as big as that. I don't know how that didn't maybe I should just EOS myself. How about that, huh? No, just kidding, just kidding. Anyway, it's just imagining something like that still makes billions of dollars getting EOS'd, and people are, I don't know, man. It's kind of scary to think about. Like, what people are gonna freak out. You know what I mean? And I mean, I can't really blame them. To an extent, at least. I don't know. Because, like, if you spend thousands upon thousands of dollars and, like, years of your time invested into something, you know, of course you're going to be upset if it ends. You know, regardless of the question of, you know, should this have ever been a thing? You know, the thing of, like, well, it's obviously, it's going to be pretty upsetting for a lot of people. I'm certainly going to be upset. Dude, when Fate Grand Order ends, I mean, it's going to eventually end, I'm sure. I'm going to be really upset. I don't think I'm going to take that very well. But I also haven't, I mean, I've spent a lot of money on it, but I haven't spent, like, entire year's salaries worth on it like a whale has. Like, I don't know, because it's genuinely kind of... It's kind of sad because, like, some people are, like, genuinely addicted to that stuff as well. I like Fate Grand Order. I wouldn't say I'm addicted to it, per se. Like, addiction is a strong word. I should have just roped. Addiction is a very strong word. I love it, and I would obviously be really upset if it just ended, and I just wasn't able to play it anymore. That would be really upsetting. But I don't think I'm gonna do anything crazy. But like, there are people with genuine like gambling addictions and like addictions to these things, and with any kind of addiction, you know, quitting it like cold turkey is very, very bad. That is not a good thing, even no matter how silly of an addiction it is, or may sound. So it's like, yeah, when you've spent a literal decade spending hundreds upon hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars on Fate, and then all of a sudden you just can't play it anymore, it's gone. That's fuck, dude, are you shitting me? That's gonna be really upsetting to people. And yeah, it does make me worry about like kind of what's gonna happen to those people, because it's kind of sad. Ideally, they'd be able to do some kind of offline version. Same with like any other game. I really, really think that these types of games should, like gacha games, 1000% should be like created. Like there should be some kind of law that says like, if you're going to make a game like this, you have to make it so whenever / if ever you like end of service, there has to be like a way for the players to still, you know, I don't know, play the game, like use their experience, what they've paid so much money on, kind of thing. I really think that should be a thing. And a lot of games, I mean, in fairness, have done that. A lot of games do offline versions, but then it's like, a lot of them also are just like bare bones versions, and you don't really get to keep any of the stuff you actually got. I think the Konosuba gacha that came out a few years ago, and then subsequently EOSed, I think that one did actually let you transfer all your stuff to an offline version of the game. However, I don't think I didn't set that up, so I lost all my stuff, which is sad, but I also was never too huge into that game. It was fun, but not like massively fun, I guess. I'm getting a lot of more dark levels this recording. That's an ominous sign, I think. But no, genuinely, there really should be like things in place so that you can't just screw over your entire player base like that. Like let them at least play an offline version where they can see all of their characters that they got, and you know, do like, I don't know, at least that is like the bare minimum. You can talk about like maybe making like events and stuff like permanently playable for the offline version, but at the very least, let them like make it like a gallery or something, so you can still see what is there. I don't know. Because like Fire Emblem Heroes, for example, that game does actually do something neat, which is like it doesn't have, I don't think, missable events. Because I'm pretty sure all of the like Christmas events and everything are like permanently playable in the event tab, and I like that because not every game does that. And same with Grand Blue. Even I think most of the crossovers, like most of them, are permanently always playable, which is just really good because, you know, you get something like Figure and Order, which doesn't do that, and it sucks because there's so many good events that you just physically can't play ever, and I think that really detracts from the game. And again, if it ever EOS's and you can't play those, then they're just kind of lost forever. Which sucks. They're shooting each other, lol. LMAO. Dude, oh my gosh. He just slaughtered that man. Jeez Louise, these people are insane. Oh, look at that fella. Goodness gravy. This would be a great place for a sacrifice. If I could sacrifice these two dead guys, that'd be great, but doesn't look like it's in the cards for today. Do I... Yeah, let's go ahead and get you. Oh, perfect. Okay. Here, you wait right there. I'm going to sacrifice you. Please hold still. Gotcha. Awesome. Okay. Caveman. Die. Okay, there's a key somewhere in this level. I messed up because now I have to rope to get that key. Do I want the black market actually at all? Because that... Oh, I don't have to rope at all because actually I just have climbing gloves. Because that is going to be very scary, the black market. Look up. Look up! No, I just want you to look up. I want to see what's up there. No, that's where we were, because there's no key there. I mean, I think we'd probably make it to the black market. If we could make it to the black market, that would be great, because we get so many goodies. Fa ho ho hoo ju hoo hoo. Okay, we got a perfect shot at this guy actually, so this is nice. Shit. No, this isn't good. Ah, and there was the key, I think. Crap, man. How did I mess that up? I should have just stood there. I knew I was making a mistake the second that I pressed the buttons. Well, next time on Spelunky, we're gonna kill more shopkeepers. Because now I'm mad. Now it's personal. That guy was an asshole. See you then.